Hi Marshmallows, welcome back to another video. This is a celebrity slash influencer reading. Today I will be reading on Love Island post reunion. I read on them pre-reunion when the show had just ended. I predicted that Amaya and Brian were gonna win. I also predicted why they won and some other stuff. So please go check that out if you haven't already. But yeah, I'm doing this video not only because this is what you guys have been asking me to do, but also, this is another subscriber paid. Yes, somebody paid for me to do this, girl. So go tap in. This is a specific request, okay? I do requested videos. I will link my Cash App and my PayPal down below. If you have a celebrity you want me to do, you really want me to do them, and it's like, girl, get this shit done. I will get it done. So go tap in with your girl in the Cash App and the PayPal. And yes, I do same day readings for subscriber requested. All right, so go tap in. If you guys are new here, hi, my name's Raya. I'm a psychic. I do psychic readings, personalized psychic readings. Go click the link to my website down below. I also do have a Patreon. I post other kind of like explicit like celebrity readings on there. Just I'm way more raw on there because I have to worry about getting possibly like shadow banned on YouTube. And I post sugar jars, hexes, spells on there as well. So go check that out. I do also have a Discord where you can talk to me one-on-one or in a group setting. Without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so with this subscriber requested video, they had specific questions for me to answer, and we're going to answer those questions. Okay, so we are going to be using my everyday tarot. We're going to start off with this deck. I've kind of been weaning off my regular Rider Waite uh tarot deck, and we're just going to go with this one for now. The only reason why I don't like this deck like that is because it's like it's hard to see on camera. Like I can't really show you guys. Actually I can. All right, so let's go in. So the first question we're starting with is, was Huda from Love Island bullied like she said? So intuitively off rip, I'm picking up that bullied, not necessarily. I do feel like a lot of people jumped in and put their unnecessary input where it wasn't needed. I do feel like some people did jump in when it comes to going against Huda or opposing forces with Huda because it was a popular decision. I feel like there is this feeling of a hive mentality within the members who were in the villa, right? Within the people who are on this show, specifically this season, I feel like they tend to get into this hive mentality where it's like they go with the majority opinion, right? If they see that majority of people does not like a person, they will join in not liking that person, not because they genuinely have a reason to not like them, but because they don't want to be the opposing force and possibly, go against the majority. They would rather assimilate to the majority, right? So it does kind of feel like, was Huda bullied? Intuitively, I'm picking up, not really. I do feel like some people just joined in on the hate train. I feel like there are some people on the cast who don't necessarily hate her. I actually think they probably like her, but they will not publicly admit that, and they will publicly isolate themselves from her because of the majority opinion, or the public opinion, right? But let's see what the cards have to say. Was Huda bullied on Love Island, Spirit? Was she bullied on Love Island? Five of Cups. Okay, this does talk about loss of connections. Was she bullied on Love Island? I don't feel like she was bullied originally. No. Like when she first popped in, I feel like something changed like midway through the show. Now, obviously, I just want to reiterate, I've never watched Love Island, never watched the reunion. I've seen clips of each and every one of these, but I've never watched it myself, okay? Was Huda bullied on Love Island, Spirit? Four of Pentacles. Was Huda bullied on Love Island? I don't feel like she was bullied. They're not making me feel like she was bullied. I feel like if anything, when she says she was bullied, I feel like what she really means is that people chose to, yeah, the Five of Swords. I feel like people chose to isolate themselves from her because it was popular to do so, not because they genuinely have a problem with her. So what she really means is she wasn't bullied, she was isolated. Okay, they iced her out. That's what she means. I feel like she's kind of dramatizing it a little bit. It could have felt like bullying, but it's not actually bullying, okay? Five of Cups is here, Four of Pentacles, and Eight of Cups. Yeah, it just kind of feels like people did what they thought was best because the majority was doing the same thing, right? So it's like when I see a couple people walking one direction, even though I'm walking the other direction, I will turn to walk the same direction because it's what most people are doing. Or when you see somebody wearing an outfit and maybe you don't personally like that outfit, but because everybody's wearing it, you decide to wear it because it's a popular decision. Ooh, okay. So was she bullied? No. I do feel like some of what she's saying is valid though. I definitely feel like there were people that turned their back on her. Okay, at the last minute. Five of Swords talks about she was kind of surprised when some people decided to join forces and go against her because it was kind of like, oh, I thought we had a good connection. So I do feel like she was a little bit blindsided by certain people when they kind of went against her out of nowhere. The sun card, this does talk about attention, validation. So I feel like she uses the word bullied because maybe that's what she's seen people online using, the fans and the viewers when they watch the show. They could have called it bullying, and I feel like she kind of goes with what they said, but it's not bullying. She needs to learn how to kind of articulate herself a little better. Three of Wands, choosing to let go. But yeah, no, she wasn't bullied. So next question. Next question. Was Sierra the bully in there? So, Spirit, was Sierra the duck-lipped girl? Was she the bully in Love Island? I don't feel like she was a bully. No, she was a mean girl. I'm hearing petty and spiteful, but not a bully. Like, I don't know. What do you guys classify as a bully? Like, bullying to me is like intentionally doing something to cause harm. Like to really hurt somebody. I don't feel like she was a bully necessarily. Let me see. Judgment card. Judgment card talks about attention. Was Sierra a bully in Love Island Spirit? Was Sierra a bully? Five of Cups. Five of Cups keeps coming out. I feel like the majority of the cast doesn't even speak to each other anymore, which is to be expected. I feel like they just kind of decided to like take a break from each other, or I feel like the reunion kind of revealed a lot of people's true colors. Anywho, was Sierra a bully? Was Sierra a bully in Love Island? No, I just feel like she was snarky, like Regina George, King of Cups. No, I don't feel like she was a bully, y'all. No. Again, bullying like is consistently causing harm to somebody with the like you're intentionally causing harm to them. You're trying to dominate them. No, like it's not bullying. She was just a mean girl. She was a mean girl. She was snarky. Like I see talking shit, doing little petty stuff, like maybe closing the door on somebody or purposefully just doing something petty. I don't feel like she was a bully though. The judgment card here lets me know yes, a lot of what people are speculating is true. I definitely think she's concerned with attention, notoriety, the fame, all of that. But yeah. No, she was not a bully. And I just want to say here, real quick disclaimer, you guys. All of these people on Love Island want the money. Like they were all concerned with either the money, the fame, or both. Like we're not gonna sit here and act like everybody just came on the show for good vibes and they genuinely wanted to find love. No, first of all, if you're going on Love Island to find love, like that already right there tells me you have something wrong with you. But yeah, y'all, like they want a bag at the end of the day. And there's nothing wrong with that, but like let's call it what it is and let's stop acting like we're all righteous people and we're here for the right reasons. Nobody truly is here for the right reasons. I just want to say that because I seen a clip of somebody being like, "Oh, Jeremiah was really just wanting fame and notoriety," which is true. I definitely think that's true. He was just on there for fame and notoriety, but so are y'all. Either it was fame, notoriety, money, or both. Like, so next question. Next question. Who was the most calculating one there? All right, I'm gonna have to look at a picture of them and see. Let me search up the Love Island cast. All right, so let's ask Spirit real quick. Who was the most calculating one there, Spirit? Who was the most calculating one? Not Amaya. I don't feel like it was Huda. Not Shelly. Not Alandria. Not Taylor. Possibly Nick. Mm, possibly. What's that dude's name? The short one. Um, what the hell is his name? The short one that's dating Shelly. What is his name, y'all? What is his name? Let me see. feel like the most calculating one there was a guy. I don't feel like it was a girl. It was a guy. There was some girls that were calculating for sure, but the most diabolical one, it's a guy. I don't know who though. Okay, yep, Nine of Cups. Yo, this literally is a guy. Yes. Okay, okay. Who's the most calculating one? Spirit, can we get a clue? What's their personality like? Or at least give me a clue what they look like. What's their personality like? Let's see. Eight of Swords. Okay, so this could be somebody who's quick on their feet. I feel like this is somebody who's always 10 steps ahead. They're very smart, very intelligent, possibly more intelligent than they let on, very good at manipulating. So somebody that could have shown some manipulation, maybe. Let me see. Who's the most calculating one there? Is it Brian? It's between Brian, Nick, or the short guy. Who's the most calculating one, Spirit? Nine of Wands. It's definitely a guy. Yeah, it's a guy. Somebody who's not trusting of others. They're always on they're always on the defense. Ten of Pentacles. The Emperor came out. Queen of Swords. Oh yes, the most calculating one is a guy. Yep, somebody that could have been in. Excuse me, somebody that could have been in some drama, some discourse. Yeah, it's a guy. It's a guy. So, anywho, next question. Why didn't Huda speak up against the racism? I'm confused on this too because Shelly and Alandria were getting dogged the fuck out. And if you guys ever wanted to know why I stopped watching Love Island, that's why. I can't deal with the racism. So, anywho, why didn't Huda speak up against the racism that Shelly and Alandria experienced, Spirit? Why did Huda not speak up against the racism? Queen of Cups. Why did she not speak up against the racism Shelly and Alandria experienced? Why did Huda not speak up against the racism, Spirit? Because her fans were dogging them out. Like, it wasn't even funny. It wasn't even, like, cute. Why didn't she speak up against the racism? I heard it's none of my concern. She felt like it wasn't her job to. Why didn't Huda speak up against the racism Shelly and Alandria experienced? I just kind of get this disconnected feeling like she didn't really like care to. Why didn't she speak up against the racism Shelly and Alandria experienced? High Priestess, knowing more than you let on. Why didn't she speak up against the racism Shelly and Alandria experienced? Why didn't Huda speak up against the racism they experienced? Hmm. Four of Cups, she didn't want to. She had the opportunity to. She had the chance to. She thought about it, but she decided not to. I feel like she was being petty. If y'all want to hear the honest truth, I feel like she was just being petty and she felt like it was none of her concern. That's just what I keep hearing. Like, it's not my job, that's none of my concern. Nobody spoke up when it was me. Nobody spoke up when the internet was dogging me. So why do I have to speak up for y'all? Lover's card is here, and the devil card is literally right there. Oh, wow. Yeah, she didn't want to. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. Does she have a team? I feel like this could also speak to like her social team. So maybe if she has a publicist or something, they could have advised her to like stay away from that. Yeah. I've never seen this before. That's crazy. She didn't want to, you guys. She was honestly still, I feel like whatever happened in the villa between like Shelly, Alandria, and Huda, I feel like she was still butthurt by whatever happened, and she was just like, yeah, like this has nothing to do with me. Y'all go worry about yourself, okay? It feels like she can be like really petty and spiteful at times. So what's the next question here? We have like about four more questions. Who secretly resented who in the villa? Now, this is a very general question. Like, I can't necessarily pull up, all that, but let's just see. Who secretly resented who in the villa? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Y'all gonna say I'm biased, but I already feel like Huda. I feel like Huda has jealousy issues. Like, she can be a little bit of a pick me sometimes. Who secretly resented who? I feel like Sierra resented somebody. Excuse me. Who secretly resented who in the villa? Spirit. Who secretly had resentment towards who? Six of ooh, one girl was jealous. Okay, so one girl secretly resents another girl because she received a lot of attention and praise on social media. So whoever resents who, they're resenting this person because of the social media presence that they have been acclaiming. Like they're kind of jealous. So I don't know who is that or who this can be applied to, but a girl is jealous of another girl because of the attention she's been receiving online and the support she's been getting. All right. I also feel like what's that one girl, Clark? I feel like she could have resented Alandria, or she may have resentment towards Alandria. Coco. Yeah. I feel like Shelly resents Huda, but it's for a good reason. Like they all kind of low key resent each other. Some for personal issues, some because they're jealous. Who secretly resents who, Spirit? Chariot. Who secretly resents who in the villa? Yep, hidden feelings, King of Cups. So I was just about to bring this up. It does feel like a man secretly resents another man. So I don't think the men as a whole have resentment. Like it kind of feels like the girls have more resentment towards each other than the men. I would say it's like one guy that resents another guy, and I feel like it's because they feel betrayed. So I'm not sure who this guy could be that resents the other guy because they feel like they betrayed them. But yeah, mm, it feels like this could be Jeremiah. That's what I'm picking up. I feel like it could be Jeremiah towards the short guy. Hmm. Yeah. And I would say Chris resents Huda. But again, he resents her for a good reason. I think it's because the way she acts and the way she portrays and the way she carries herself. All right. So, next couple questions. Was Ace the ringleader and why was he focused on other couples' authenticity instead of his own? So let's just start off with the first one, right? Was Ace the ringleader of the villa with the men, Spirit? Was Ace the ringleader? Was Ace the ringleader, Spirit? Was Ace the ringleader of the villa when it comes to the men? Was Ace the little midget? Ten of Wands. Excuse me, my eyes is bugging out. Was Ace the ringleader of the villa? Three of Cups. Was Ace the ringleader? Was he the ringleader? Eight of Cups. Okay, so let me read intuitively. Do I feel like he was the ringleader? Yes and no. I don't think he had as much power as people are making it seem like. I just feel like he has a very dominating personality, and because he has that dominating personality, it's easy for him to dominate a space or a social setting or an environment. So it looked like he was the ringleader, but I just think he has a dominating force, like of dominating personality, and I just feel like just because the other men are followers doesn't make him the ring. I don't know. The world card is here. So in a way, Three of Pentacles. Yeah. Yeah, I think he's also there's something about him being very what's the word? When he talks, he can be very persuasive. So I felt like it was easy for him to kind of get people on his side or like to change people's minds or yeah, Ace is kind of good at manipulating conversations because he's like very persuasive. He should really get into sales or possibly be like a political figure because he's really good at talking and getting people to like kind of do what he wants low key. So, yeah, in a way he was the ringleader actually. Eight of Wands, Three of Cups. He definitely this talks about his connections and yeah, so he kind of was the ringleader. Next question. Why was he so focused on other couples' authenticity instead of his own? Why was he so focused on other couples' authenticity instead of his own? Why was he so focused on other couples' authenticity instead of his own? Justice card. He felt like, there's something about him kind of being nosy and bossy. Why? Yeah, he's kind of just a bossy dude. Like that's probably why he comes off like he's the ringleader because he's naturally like a bossy kind of dude. Why was he so focused on other couples' authenticity instead of his own? It just kind of feels like he takes it upon himself to like he involved himself in that kind of stuff because he felt like when somebody's like, "Oh, who made you in charge?" Like he kind of took it upon himself to be in charge of who's being authentic and who wasn't. It kind of just feels like he wanted to make sure everybody was being real and presenting themselves in the best light. Hmm. Why was he so focused on other couples' authenticity but his own? It also kind of feels like he did that to take the heat off his back. That's what I heard. The magician card is here, so the justice card, the magician card. Why was he so focused on the other couple's authenticity but his own? Nine of Wands here. Hmm. So I feel like he purposefully was like focused on other couples' authenticity instead of his own because he was kind of low key trying to take the heat off his back. I don't know if he felt like there was some heat on his back or he felt pressured or he felt like his back was against the wall, but it feels like he kind of wanted to point a spotlight at other people instead so other people wouldn't really pay attention to his own spotlight. Justice card is here and the magician card is also here. It also kind of feels like he naturally just feels like it's up to him to make sure like or he felt as though it was up to him to make sure everybody was being truthful and authentic. uh but yeah, y'all. hmm it just kind of feels like he's kind of bossy and nosy and he inserts himself a lot in other people's issues. Like that's just what he does. It kind of feels like that's just his personality. I also there's something about the producers working through him. So as y'all know, this is reality TV, but it's not really much of reality when it's like a contrived story. So I kind of low-key feel like the producers could have also maybe nudged him a little bit and be like, hey, check up on this couple. Like many people have shared when they were on Love Island, the producers do play a big role behind the scenes. So next, why did Amaya and Brian break up? Why did Amaya and Brian break up? I mean, y'all, these are simple. Like, I predicted this in my last reading. I predicted that Amaya and Brian were gonna break up. So, big shocker. Why did Amaya and Brian break up, Spirit? Page of Cups. Ooh, excuse me. Damn, I didn't even get to pull it out. It just went right back in. All right. So this is a messy situation. Why did Amaya and Brian break up? Why did Amaya and Brian break up, Spirit? Why did Amaya and Brian break up? Judgment card. Why did Amaya and Brian break up? Four of Wands talks about union, connection, contract, maybe. Why did Amaya and Brian break up? I just heard I slipped up. Five of Pentacles. They're not aligned with each other. Like it was bound to happen. The Wheel of Fortune, it was bound to happen. They were not aligned with each other. Knight of Swords, they had an argument. They're just simply not compatible. Like that's just really what it is. I feel like on in the villa things can be a certain way, but when you actually step into the real world, you get to see somebody for who they truly are. And it just feels like somebody revealed their true colors. Okay, I saw the King of Wands. You already know what that means. Oh, you was a hoe. Like, okay. Amaya is in her feminine bag. She's in her abundant bag. King of Cups makes me feel like Brian could possibly try to get back with her, but I feel like Amaya is gonna reject him. So I do believe I did see somewhere that it is said that he cheated on her, and I do believe that he did cheat on her. So there's that. I just feel like I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I feel like Amaya is not really his type physically. It feels like he kind of has another type. And Amaya doesn't really fit the bill. So when he saw his actual type, he went for it. But the Five of Pentacles lets me know here that because of their breakup, somebody is out in the cold. Somebody does not have as much abundance as they thought they did. All right, Judgment card is also here. This talks about the media, the public playing a super important role in this relationship and this connection. Four of Wands overall talks about a romantic union, a connection as well. So yeah, they broke up and it feels like they're just not equally yoked. One person wants this, the other person wants that. One person acts like this, the other person acts like that. It just feels like they had too many differences. And also, yes, I do feel like he cheated. So even if he didn't cheat though, they were bound to break up regardless. Last question. Oh, so they said Pepe and who? Why did Iris and Pepe break up? Why did Iris and Pepe break up? Another couple who I feel like was bound. Let me tell you something. None of these couples are real. None of these people are real. None of these couples are real. They're way too consciously aware of the fact that they're on a show for money and they're gonna get fame and notoriety by the end of it. Like this season was the least authentic I'd have to say because everybody on there knew like they were too aware that they were on camera. When you're on reality TV, you should be moving like reality, not like you're on TV. But why did Iris and Pepe break up? Hmm. Why did Iris and Pepe break up, Spirit? Why did Iris and Pepe break up? Somebody lost feelings when they left the villa. and they stepped into the real world. Somebody lost feelings. I don't know if it was Pepe or Iris. Why did they break up? Eight of Wands. It feels like their connection was bound to, yeah, Queen of Wands and Eight of Wands. It feels like their connection was bound to fall apart. It kind of feels like their connection was kind of rushed anyways. Like I don't feel like they were genuinely like a genuine couple. It kind of feels like they kind of rushed into things. But why did Iris and Pepe break up, Spirit? Why did they break up? Iris and Pepe. Ten of Pentacles. Why did Iris and Pepe break up? One more card. Clarify for the Ten of Pentacles. Clarify that. Strength card here and Three of Pentacles. It was bound to happen. I feel like they just drifted apart. They had differences as well. Like, again, these couples are not real, you guys. I feel like some people hold out until the end because, they want to make sure they win. Like, I feel like some of these couples already knew they weren't going to last, but they stuck to it through the very end because they wanted to ensure that they had a chance of winning. But that's the truth. They were always going to break up. Seven of Cups is also here, so somebody was tempted. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. I feel like Iris will be all right. Her brand, she will be just fine. All right, the Empress card is also here. The Knight of Pentacles, she'll be fine. She'll be okay. Yeah, it just honestly feels like they had their differences and they just drifted apart. Somebody lost feelings. So, anywho, this was the subscriber requested video of Love Island. If you guys have any more questions, whatever, or just simply share your thoughts and opinions, be sure to like and subscribe and comment. But yeah, y'all, so far this was a pretty interesting read. Again, this was a subscriber requested video, a specially requested video. So go click the link down below so you can, you know, send me some moolah and I can get your reading done, your celebrity reading, whatever reading of your choice. Okay. I'll see y'all later. Bye.